How to set up a new loan officer profile in myPreApprovalNotice.com. Before I start, I want to point out something. Throughout the site, we have little tags here, pop-up tips, to show you the different areas and what they're about. So as a new user, I recommend you kind of hover over things and figure out what's going on. For the profile, obviously, you're going to go over to the left-hand side and hit the Profile tab. And you're going to want to just start filling it out. Now, the profile image is like your headshot, and I have a couple that I'm going to select here for my headshot, and I will select my logo at the same time just to make it quicker for the video. You can you're going to want to make sure that you have a logo available. The headshot's optional but highly recommended to start, and I wouldn't even call it optional long term. You definitely want to make sure you have both. So for my headshot, I'm going to select the headshot, and for my logo, I'll select the logo. And then you're going to put your name as you want it to appear throughout the site. This area here with the red thing is just letting you know that these three fields are editable somewhere else, but we wanted you to be able to view the documentation right here. I'm going to just do a test wording here, but we recommend you put in your full bio because buyers will see it. Now you can update everything at the end. I'm actually updating it here so that you can see the picture show up on the bio as soon as it saves. Now we're going to go through the rest of the contact information. We do ask for your personal email so that if you ever leave companies, you have access to your information still. You can put whatever you prefer as your title, senior loan officer, whatever that is. Company name. Business address. I'm sure I've got something loaded here for a business address. Personal NMLS number. Company NMLS number. All those go in here. For the pre-approval section, this is going to allow you to do some customization. We have a custom disclaimer that we believe is a very good disclaimer to use, but if you prefer to change it, you can just click show custom disclaimer, and whatever you type in this box is what's going to end up in your disclaimer section of your notice. I'm going to leave it to the default. Also, you're going to notice little white eyes. This is going to give you more pop-up information in different areas throughout the site. You're going to want to put your prevailing interest rates for different loan terms. Now don't worry, this is not the only choice you have. This is just going to be if someone came to you looking for this loan type, what would be the most common rate that they would get quoted. And that's what you're going to want to put here. Don't worry if you could potentially have a buyer who would be higher or lower than this. You can change those at any time. All of our calculations, by the way, will go off of the full rate. So you can put in 4.0 and it will still calculate 4.000 all the way. For upfront MI, we're going to automatically populate some for you. You can change these, but we wanted to do this for your convenience. This is based off of a 740 credit score using Radian's rates. And we recommend you start with this because, again, you can alter it however you want. But if most of your borrowers have higher or lower scores, you can choose any target generic one you want and then alter it per buyer when needed. Monthly MI, same thing. You're going to notice first off that you see these government rates look weird, and that is because if you were to actually see how government MI is calculated, on a monthly basis, it's not off of the starting principal balance. It's based off of an average balance, I guess you would say, throughout the year, for lack of a better way to describe it. So we had to calculate how this would work, be expressed from day one, and this will get you within cents of the payment. Whereas if we put in 0.85, you would see a couple dollar difference on most loans on the actual MI. These are grayed out then intentionally so the system works properly, but these conventional ones you can change whenever you want, to whatever you want. For insurance, you're going to want to put in the typical insurance. I like to use $110 a month, which is $13.20 a year. So I have to change this from a percent to a dollar amount. If you want to choose the percent, it'd go off a percent of the offer price is how much it would calculate the insurance based off of that. And lastly, settings is for like privacy settings. This is going to give you options for what sort of email and text alerts you have. We recommend enabling this. The email alerts and text alerts are very much part of what makes this system so useful to you. You do have to choose your carrier because we send out the text alerts via an email portal. And then on your bio, you can choose to turn certain information on or off. I'm not put it all on for now, but I think most loan officers would probably only check 1 and 2, maybe even just number 2. That would be what you'd see most often. So this is the setup of the profile. I'm going to go on. You're going to want to make sure you check out how to add a buyer and how to add a realtor next.